Hey guys, today I want to talk about what may be the perfect small EDC knife in my opinion, and it comes from Kansept Knives. It may look familiar, we'll cross that bridge here in a second, but this is the Kansept Knives Parr, P-A-R-R. The Parr is named, my understanding is, after the juvenile stage of the salmon when they're their most aggressive, they're most nimble, and this little EDC fixed blade kind of fits those characteristics. It's designed by a guy by the name of Jonathan Stiles. If I'm not mistaken, he's from Newfoundland, somewhere like that. He's an outdoorsman and wanted to come up with a little knife that he could use for everyday carry, to do his daily cuts, to open whatever he needed open, to forage, to make cuts on his hikes and things like that. And he came up with this slender, nimble little design that's called the Parr. This concept version comes in right under 100 bones, and it is S35 VN. Comes in a couple of different configurations. This one is the black coated blade with the shred carbon fiber handles, and it's got these copper colored hardware. You do have a lanyard loop here. You have Jonathan's maker mark, Parr, Jonathan Stiles name, and S35VN. Very thin reverse tanto with a nice swedge. Let's cut with it. This is one of the first knives too that has been a small production EDC knife. It's got a factory edge on it. So it's got really good blade geometry, but you can, if you can listen to that, you can tell it is a factory edge. It's indeed not a, it could be much slicier. Try something real quick. It could probably be stropped really sharp. I'm not going to walk over and get the strop, because I've cut with a knife just like this that we will talk about here in just a second, that we've already reviewed, because you might be saying, John, I've seen this knife before. And yes and no. Kansept has always been kind of one of my favorite import companies. When they started about, I don't know, a year ago, a year and a half ago, they started Tenable, which was their budget company, or their kind of like Civivi answer to We. But one of the things I love about this little knife is it comes with a different type of clip. Instead of having the tech lock on the back like so many of them does, it comes with this clip. Now, on one of the variations, that's going back to the story that I just diverted from, this was mounted to clip on your belt if you're right-handed. The other one was mounted the way this one is and the way I carry it, to be a pocket dropper. So I carry this in my back pocket just like I do when I put an Ulti clip or one of those clips on it. This is a really nice clip. Little Kydex taco sheath and a gorgeous little knife. Let me do something real quick. This is just a very old paddle strop. I didn't want to go get my good strop. I was just going to say that it sounds like there's some little rough spots on there. Just felt like it drug on that paper a little bit, and it seems like it's dragging on the strop a little bit. I won't turn this into a stropping lesson. Still not as sharp as I think it should be, but anyway, That's for another day. Great little knife. Don't let that factory edge discourage you. Again, I've seen these at several places. And they come in, I think, right around 99 bones. But why this looks familiar, and it is familiar, is when I came back from Blade Show, there was one knife I actually bought, actually two, but this is one of the two knives I bought at Blade Show. This is the first time I saw this knife. This is the Tenable Parr. So Tenable is Kansept's kind of budget cousin. So they're really good, Tenable and Kansept, about offering a knife like this. This is the Parr, G10 handles, 14C28N blade, fine steel, not premium, but when you look at the knives, they're both very similar. So this knife's right under 50 bones. And this knife's right under 100 bones with carbon fiber and nicer blade steel. So you're not meant to you can make a choice. If you find a designer's knife or a knife that you like Jonathan's knife here, like the Parr, you can get it in a premium model that's very, very nice. You can get it in a medium range model that's very, very nice. And the sheaths are identical. You can't tell anything different between the sheaths. The Tenable, you can go watch my review on this knife. I loved it. Like I say, I saw and came home with about 8 knives from Blade Show, but several companies were kind enough to let me bring some home to review. I could have had one of these sent to me, but I was so impressed with it that I wanted to review it. I purchased this knife and a knife from TRM while I was over there instead of waiting for them because, again, I was just blown away. And this little knife, the way it looked, was one of them. So when I saw the Kansept version come out, I was very excited. I reached out to my contact at Kansept to see if there was any way I could get a copy if there was one available to see how it compared. And I'm glad I did because I definitely see the value in this knife without a doubt because the design itself was always very attractive to me, both in looks, and once I picked up the first one and started using it, I really liked it. And then when I saw it was available in S35, which is a steel I like, I'll be able to put a really nice edge on this with my TS Prof. Probably do, I don't know, 20, 21 degrees on it. I'm not sure what the factory edge is on it, but I'll sharpen it up. I just think it's a cool knife. I love small fixed blades. I love to see more and more companies doing them. And I like to see when they bring in an independent designer who's designing some really cool stuff. Let's do a couple of quick size comparisons and I'll measure it. I think we're going to find it smaller than a bug out. Probably going to be closer in size to the mini bug out. Let's see how it. Put a Sharpie up next to it. Splits the difference in size between a Sharpie and a bug out. So a small EDC fixed blade. I saw on their literature that you could also carry this knife as a neck knife if you wanted to. In my opinion, it would be a little heavy for a neck knife. I don't think that would be the way I would carry it. I carry it in my pocket. But let's get a couple of measurements, a quick weight, and we'll be done. And you'll have a couple of choices for a couple of cool little inexpensive sub-$100 fixed blades. So 6 1/4 is about the size of this knife. 6 1/4 inches, which for me is the perfect size. The blade is going to come in right under 3 inches. The cutting area, 2 3/4. And then the inside grip, I'm going to say comfortably is 3 1/4 with a lanyard hole. So 3 1/4 right there with a lanyard hole. And the Parr in the Tenable is going to be the exact same size, so there's no need to measure that. But before we go, I'll show you it again, so you'll see that there is, you have the choice there, right? Depending on the value that you want to put into it. 0.1385 They're both going to be the same thickness. These contoured handles are right under a 1/2 inch at 0.45. And finally, let's weigh it. Naked weight, the weight of the knife itself with a 2 3/4 inch blade, is 2 ounces. With the sheath, 2.95. The Tenable Parr, 2.2 ounces. Carbon fiber is going to be a little lighter than the G10. 3.15 ounces. So the knife is the Parr. The one that we review today is the Kansept Parr, an S35VN and shred carbon fiber at about 99, and at around 49, 48, 49, the Tenable Parr is a good option. Again, it is the same knife, same designer, just different materials, right? Both coated blades, both very well done, both cool designs. Again, I can't say enough about this little knife, but most importantly, it's what you guys think about it. All I want to do is to be able to show them off to you, make you know that they're available, and let you know my thoughts and feelings on them. Guys, thank you for watching. I want to say thank you to all my channel members. I want to say thank you to anyone who comes in and watches my knife and EDC content. I appreciate you so much. If you're so inclined and you haven't had a chance yet, hit that subscribe button down there and that bell notification down there. That really helps me out. Hit the like button. That is a big help. But most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.